What's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight? Tonight we're gonna build something cool. I mean, I know you guys know. You can see in the title. But TX87se, which honestly I love. TX84, like this bad boy right here. I have a TX87se. Mine's all red. I don't know. I think I will say that TX boards represent the best value equation in custom keyboards. Straight up. What's up, TSC? Like they just do, outright. Without any doubt. So I don't know. I have three TX boards actually. I have a TX1800 V2 also. And those are maybe a little bit more expensive, and mine isn't even built. I need to build it. I need to build my TX1800 V2 because, you know, it's like a mechanic, right? Like never gets around to fixing his own cars. I mean, I have boards obviously that I build of mine on stream, but like some of the ones that aren't the flashiest or most whiz-bang ones just kind of hang out in unbuilt states sometimes. But such is life. That being said, I really do actually love those boards. My TX87 V2 is in a built state, but it's not really right. The Liku L3 board or PCB that comes with them, mine is like not functioning in that board. So I guess we'll see how that goes one day. Anyway, today we're going to use these I wanted to say they were Zeal stabs, but now I gotta look back at it might be Everglides. They are Everglides. So we're gonna be using these Everglide stabs and an H87A and and an awesome board. Anyway, I'm not gonna delay you guys too much. I'm gonna be traveling next week. So again, like I was traveling last week, again this coming week, I'm gonna attempt to do my Wednesday stream. We'll see how that works. It'll be somewhat dependent on internet connectivity at my hotel. I'm bringing all this stuff to do it, so we'll see. We'll see if it works. Yeah, I agree. I have to actually move a customer board in case it doesn't work. So like, I will be trying the stream on Wednesday. If it doesn't work, I'll be doing something small. Penguin droppings. What's up? Hotel. Yeah, I mean, I'll try and do wired if it has wired, but you never know. They don't know I have to stream. They don't. Headless, what's up, man? How you doing? Nice to see you on here. Yeah, so like I said, I don't know if I'll have the bandwidth to do it where I'm going, but I'm definitely gonna give it a shot. It doesn't matter. I'm bringing something really simple of my own to do if I can. And then the next stream after that, when I get back, is a customer board. that I was originally going to do on Wednesday, but now it's going to get pushed back, and that's going to be a KBD8X Mark II. And the week after, for the Sunday, I'll be doing a Jur Mini, and then I'll be doing another KBD8X Mark II after that. At some point, we'll get the rain stuff back, and we'll do that. How's it going, you guy? Trying to force myself to stay awake. Dang, I'm sorry, Penguin Droppings. I hope that I mean, if you can't stay up, you can't stay up, you know? I love that you're hanging out with me right now, but I don't want to... Don't hurt yourself. Are you East Coast or something? Somewhere where it's maybe a little late? Normally I try and make my Sundays a little earlier. Today I just had some social obligations. Kind of kept me out a little early. Headless 7, thanks so much for that, or sorry, Syzygy. Syzygy 17. Thanks for that tier 1 2 months in a row. I appreciate that, I really do. 9:30 Eastern. But you wake up at like 4. That's rough. Grandma schedule, yeah. Ivan, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I appreciate that, Syzygy. I really do. So I'm gonna pull over to the overhead view, and we're gonna pull this board out, right? I wanna get to this thing. I'm all packed up and ready to roll out tomorrow to Utah. Ivan, this is only the second one you caught. Well, welcome, man. Thank you so much for making it to my stream. Seriously, I appreciate that a lot. Normally my Wednesday stream is my Wednesday, but I'm driving. Yeah, I am driving to Utah, not flying. It's like the same amount of travel time, one way or another, from where I'm at, because I'm far from the airport. So it's like, I'd rather drive if I'm doing the exact same amount of time. Penguin Droppings. I'll be there all week. I'll be there till Friday. Then I'm headed back. Yeah, and that's the thing for me, TSC, is I just flew last week, right? And I went to Florida and I was there all week, and it was like I came back and I had this like whole head congestion thing. Not good. Ivan, you're in the process of making a new Mac Market post. I have 2 hot swap builds, probably don't need to. Yeah, I felt like I didn't even need one, so I got rid of all my hot swap boards. That's just me, though. Anyway, get this out on the table. Let's see this bad boy. Like I said, I truly believe that TX keyboards represent the best value equation, and in customs at least. And where KBD fans is like a semi-custom, right? Because they actually manufacture those. So this is really where your money would be best spent. IMO. So we're using an H87A, which is the right move if you get one of these, because the Liku L3 that these come with is pretty much garbage. So this is still sealed. We'll pull it out and we'll test that PCB in a minute. So this board came with a couple diffusers, which I don't know if customer wants them installed or not. Customer, if you're in the chat, you feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave them out. Leave them in this box. I believe the board probably looks the cleanest without them, but it's not my call if you want them. I love these. I really do. I really do. I think this is a fantastic keyboard. Like I said, TX87 represents some of the best value because it's just a heavy board. It's a classic TKL look. Sound is good. Got this cool cable that it came with. That's fancy. I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, this is like an... Oh, no, it has its bump-ons. Liquid Sky Design. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate that, man. Anybody that isn't already following or subbed or whatever, you know, you should consider giving that follow here. You should also consider popping on to my socials. And then give a sub on that YouTube. Because most of these VODs make it up to YouTube, but then also other content. Yeah, so I don't know. Mine, I think it's a little over 7 pounds built. I don't know what this one weighs unbuilt, but let's figure it out. Pretty heavy. Yeah, 7 pounds, 2.5 ounces. So that has to be weighing in at the very heavy end for custom TKLs, with the exception of Kepler, right? Ooh. I don't know. It's beautiful. I think the finish is pretty good on these boards. It's maybe not as clean as some other options, but it's really hard to look at one of these and be like, oh, well, that wasn't worth the $400 that the kit cost. Even aftermarket, they go, you know, 6, maybe somewhere around there, 650, with that fancy TX bag and stuff. Pretty reasonable prices, I feel. And for the quality, they're freaking fantastic. They're like second to none in that price range. So we'll move that up because we don't need that right now. So we'll pull this apart and we'll grab this plate out. We're using an H87A, not the Liku L3, which is for the best. If you're gonna do this thing, splurge, get an H87A. You won't get the glow through these two little diffusers that are up here. Any other glow, so the bottom glow, like if we put the diffuser in, will work. You won't get these, but honestly, who cares? You probably don't want the glow anyway. And if you do, you only want that subdued side glow. So I love this. I love the lines on TX boards. They're just classy. Nothing super frills or anything like that, but they're classy, and it weighs a bit. It sounds good. It looks good. It's just really hard to argue with these as boards. But yeah, so let's get this thing popped apart, you know? Get it taken apart and we'll get to building. That's the way I look at this. Let's get building. Such a good board. I built, obviously, my TX84, and when I take this apart, I'll call out the differences. So TX84 and 87se are top mount boards, whereas the first edition ones, TX84 or TX87, are sandwich mount. And so I'll pull my TX84 over here in a sec. Actually, you know what? Let me kind of show you now, right? So the top and the bottom of this thing split here. And on the TX84, the not SE version, right? First of all, let's also autofocus off. On the TX84, you've got, there's a seam, right? Up here. But this top piece sits down into the bottom. So this thing compresses down from here, whereas so it sits into a recessed hole. So the plate goes down and then this sits on top of the plate and pulls the plate down. Whereas on this board, the plate sits in there and mounts to this top piece, and then the bottom and the top just squeeze together, even though the plate isn't between them. I'll kind of, as I pull this apart, show you how it is top mount on this one. There's a lot of thread in these. I don't know. I know most of you are familiar with what the difference between top and sandwich mount are, but in case you aren't, sandwich mount very much clamps the whole plate around, and it's like it's hard fixed to the bottom, whereas top mount like this, very hanging off the top, and you get a different amount of flex and a different sound profile from each of those. Now, if I recall correctly, yeah, they're like stainless screws, so they're like very much not very much not magnetic, ferromagnetic. So yeah, penguin droppings. You're on the East Coast and you wake up at 4. That's rough. Thank you so much for dropping in. I love it that there's viewers from all around. I find that when I do late streams like this, I have a little bit less viewership. I'm very tempted to do my earlier streams, and I meant to today. It just had some other social stuff that I had to be a part of. Cartoon 91, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Just kind of talking about the difference between TX84/87 and TX84/87se. So if you look here, right, this whole top piece has the plate mounted to it. Whereas on the first edition, the plate sits under the top piece and the bottom kind of wraps around, so the top just squeezes it down. So you definitely get more flex and a better sound profile with this top mount. Generally speaking, that's the way the community believes it to be. I think I actually like this board a little more, but SE has its other traits that are desirable for most people. Like, it's heavier, a bit heavier. I don't know. In general, I would just recommend SE to people over the first edition. Tired? How about me? I'm a little tired. I got travel tomorrow, so I'm all like packed up and stuff, and I did that today. Then I went and spent some time with some friends. Had pizza, a couple drinks. Hung out for the day. It was good. I like it better since it doesn't flex as much. I like it aesthetically more. I like the increased complexity of the top. Like, I like that you can see more, not contours, but you can see the seams between it. It just looks a little bit prettier to me. And then there's a diffuser set right here on the SE, which I don't really like my boards to RGB a lot generally, especially not something like a classic looking TKL. So I do like some TKLs that have RGB, like duck boards. But this is very much supposed to be a very classy looking TKL, and TX84 succeeds at that better than the SE version. Just my 2 cents though. That's why I like it more. But I don't think it's fundamentally better or worse either way. Yeah, so we'll get rid of this top piece because we're not going to need it, or the bottom piece for that matter. Those over here. I don't think this will be a terribly long build today. We're not doing a lot of craziness that we do on some other builds. The only thing I'm not sure of is if there's band-aids involved on this. I don't think there are. Let me look. Yeah, there isn't. Which is good, because honestly, most people don't think they're worth it anyway. I mean, I've pretty much given up on doing it on my boards. Yeah, I've kind of been done with them on my boards. So I don't know. I'm not gonna hate on them. I think there's value to it in some instances. I just think generally there isn't. You want the most silent board you can get. might be worth doing. So let's drink some, we're gonna drink some water today. Some sparkling blackberry bubbly. You've tried it and we're like, eh, yeah. Kind of how I feel about it. I don't disagree with you. Penguin droppings. It's kind of meh, overplayed. But yeah, we'll plug this HBCP or this H87A rather. Oh, this reminds me of two different boards now that we were talking about boards. So one, there is the TX EO87, which if you guys like all the RGBs, you might want to consider because the value equation is even prettier than these because it's like sub $300. So if you guys are unaware of that, you might want to check them out. There's one other thing, which is the tiny TKL1. What are your guys' thoughts? Has anybody looked at that? I'm so curious. I think the LEDs are off by default on... Oh no, maybe not. Helps if I power it. Maybe? I don't know. I think it works. We'll see. We'll do a little switch hittery action. I feel like this is non-functional. What's going on here? Oh, huh. That's why. Helps if I plug it into the right one. Yeah, the TKL1. Cool. And I love that Heine made this change to a rotating rainbow. It sounds silly, but this kind of lets you see that all of the colors are working. So previously the H87As were all red, right? And you can see that it's slowly shifting colors around, and that's actually better from a default layout standpoint. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can absolutely post links to stuff that I'm calling out. But thank you for asking. You're totally welcome to. How kind of you, man. Seriously. Okay, so there we go. That's starting to work. I really like it when people are kind like that and they're like, hey, do you guys mind if I post this thing? Yeah, so links are totally allowed in my channel. As long as they aren't like crazy NSFW or offensive or racist, or definitely nothing that would break like Twitch terms of service. But outside of that, you know, just generally being respectful. Kind of what it's about. For me. Some people like their Twitch chat to be toxic, I guess. I'm not one of those people. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot. More than subs and follows and stuff like that is, you know, just being respectful participants. Not that I don't like those other things. I do. Thank you guys for those too. Just let's include people as opposed to excluding. Let's not encourage people to want to not be here. Man, I love these PCBs, honestly. From the very first one, and I had a prototype PCB of this. And the very first one of these that I played with, I was like, man, I love this PCB. It's just a well done board. I guess we're doing full ANSI because this is a H87. So it'll be that one. Far left. Okay. Alrighty then. That's Alt. So this is function, I'm pretty sure. Both these spaces work. Both those work. I'm pretty sure this is function. We can test that really quick by doing a okay. Yep, okay. That put it into programming mode, so I know that it's good. Perfect. Cool. So this guy is ready to roll. So we're gonna set this aside actually, because we're now not gonna use it for a little bit. We're gonna get those stabilizers lubed up, and we are gonna roll. Manners are rare nowadays. I think that they're not. It's not like people don't have them. It's like people aren't exercising their regular use because they feel like they're entitled not only to people accepting them, but to people accepting their bullshit. That's, I think, what it comes down to. It's not just about I accept you for the things that you are, but now I have to somehow accept the things that are mean and shitty about people, and I don't have to, and you guys shouldn't either. Not ever. Don't put up with other people's crap. I mean, when you don't have to, I guess. I don't know when you would have to, but hopefully not on my stream. It's like sometimes there's like political conversations and stuff like that go on in my chat, and I'm mostly okay with people having political conversations. I'm even fine having political conversations with people, but generally speaking, I don't want it to go too deep in my Twitch chat unless it's the politics of keyboards, right? Like if it's related to the thing that we do here, then by all means, discuss it. I've had this discussion with TSC actually on the side, my mod. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with people having the discussion they're going to have, but if it gets heated or people can't, you know, maintain good discourse, then just tell them to go have that conversation somewhere else. Comes up when you travel for work. It's interesting. Do you mean manners or lack thereof potentially, or do you mean like politics, or do you mean what comes up where people probably get out of hand? Hopefully not too much. I think it has a lot to do with the anonymity of the internet, letting people think they don't have to use manners on online platforms, but thankfully that mostly doesn't happen here. I agree with you, TSC. Thankfully it doesn't. And I also agree with the anonymity thing. You're not wrong, I think. People think they can get away with more.
Transfer complete.
Plume Keyboards. Plume, thanks for the raid, man. 35 people. Welcome, everyone. Hopefully you guys had a great stream. And hopefully Plume had a great time. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate that. Seriously. I love it. Another... Nice. Raid. Thanks, guys. Seriously. And welcome. Another sushi alt. Thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, everybody welcome. Today we're building a TX87, a silver one. It's back here now. I was just recently talking about the difference between the SE and the first edition ones, and you know, it's pretty cool. These alpacas better be lubed with pizza grease. I did have some pizza earlier. It was so tasty. One of my friends has a pizza oven, so it was like fresh, good stuff. Freaking delicious. Now these Alpacas are lubed with 205 grade 0, and they have 65 gram TX springs and TX switch films on them. Ace Maro 3. Ace Marawi. I don't know if 3 is supposed to be the E in that case, but thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that, man. Pizza grease. Yeah, so it's 205 grade 0, and then they sound and feel great, man. These may be, so I normally won't switch film people's switches when they have me lube them for them, and these may be changing my mind. Not that I'm not gonna charge more for it, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to apply them, but it did really tighten these switches up quite a lot. Kind of nice. Anyway, can I do a sound test RQ on whatever board I'm using at the minute, like, or at this moment? You want a sound test of the board that I've got on this desk at the moment, or the one that I use most right now? Because the one that I use most right now is my HPCP, and it sounds fantastic. Or do you want the one that's on this desk? Because I'll give you guys a little bit of sound. Just finish opening up your Alpacas, throwing springs in a bag with 105, gonna leave them with 205. Good job. Both botanical. Oof. Okay. All right, then we're gonna go pretty quick, right? This one is gonna be pretty loud, so you guys get ready. Get ready. Alps Blues, baby. Alps Blues. All right. Now you want HBCP, which is the thing that's been on my desk for effing ever on my main desk. Oh, these caps? This is Taihao. This is Taihao Dolch. And then this is Taihao Dolch Red, and I just stole the enter and escape. This is an AliExpress case. This is nothing special, man. The keyboard that's been on this desk for quite a while is this one right here, which is Alpaca 60, which is that is the board that made Nathan Kim go, what the fuck? That board takes that board over there with the Alps Blues in it has co-star stabs. That board is kind of a meme. It was like to be a cheap Alps Blue build. That's kind of what I did it for. This has Zeal stabs and Zycos. If you don't know what Zycos are, go ahead and type that into the chat. This right here, man, now we're going all out and pulling all these boards out. So this right here is a HBCP, and it has Zelio V2s. It's Zycos. ZYKOS. So there you go. Okay, impromptu type tests over. I'm actually going to throw this back on my desk because it fits better in the corner. Got a switch combo for me. T1 stem in Xylent housing. Feels like Topra. I don't know how much. I don't even know what to say about that, man. T1 stem in Xylent housing feels like Topra. Oof. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't super loud for you guys. I tried to hold the mute mic button down. I'm not sure how well I succeeded. What case did the 60 have again? That was a Alpaca 60. It's yeah, it's not a bad Ramu switch. Is it more rounded than like an Alps Brown? Or honestly a Zyco? More than an Alps Brown. Really? That's impressive. That is impressive, actually. Seriously. So anyway, back to our regularly scheduled lubing action program. So these are clear. Talisman. The audience is now deaf. Oof. Sorry. Hopefully not. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Was it really loud? I haven't done a lot of typing sounds with this new microphone setup, so it's very possible that I... Okay, good. I was like, I hope not. It's very possible that I totally just deafened the shit out of all of my viewers, and I'm sorry if that's the case. So now we're gonna pull the microscope out in a second, and we'll do some of this lube under a microscope, so you guys can, you know, kind of see. You guys ready for microscoping? You like seeing things very close up? Tiny Toons movie. Ooh, dude, you are taking it back. Dual Persona. Duel Persona. Yeah, enhance. No shit, huh, Frisco Melt? Oh, let's do it. That was maybe a little loud. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. I don't even know what just happened. Oh, well, thank you. A reminder to take the trash out. I said a reminder, so I remember. Tomorrow's trash day. One step away from referencing Animaniacs, Narf? No joke, huh? Who is doing the reminding? I mean, I had the phone do the reminding of me so that I don't forget. Which I guess is the point of a reminder. Yeah, let me get some good tweezing action going on here. Then we can them tweezers. Home Roko. Thanks for that follow, man. Like that name, that's cool. Clever. Deep questions. Did you actually arrange to nag yourself? Tragic. Oh. Yes, I did arrange to nag myself, but I feel like it's important because I don't want to forget to take out the trash, man. And it has happened before. And once it happens like 2 weeks in a row, it's like a dire emergency, you know? How you're like, there's too much trash floating around. Start calling you KGB. Oof. Painful. All right, so check it out, boys and girls. Check it out. You guys like that microscope action? How you liking it? Boop, boop, boop. Looks good. Okay. So we'll get our little globules. Paint the inside of this stabilizer. Try and get it all in there evenly. Kind kind of like that. There we go. Get another one. Wait, this is a keyboard stream. It is. Mr. Collusion. Oof. Oof. Shots fired. Sense this going in a direction. Right, so this is kind of about what we want. Kind of about what we want, right? That's how I lube my stabs. I think most people tend to like my stabs. My lube job on the stabs. I'm definitely curious. Do you guys prefer music like this one or like what I've played in the past? Those of you who have been here before, like the more, I know what Talisman's answer is going to be, I think. Called my previous music clown arcade music, which is a little harsh, man, but you know, I can take it. Right, boom. This is much better than your arcade music. Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Can't you make the stab focused? I can make it more focused on the stab. Not like that. So I don't think I can make the top surface and the bottom stab surface focused at the same time. So how about that? I think that's right where you want it. This is chill step-ish. You're here for it? Okay. I mean, I like electro music in general. Might be a little much in there. Perfect. Okay. Oh yeah, I try and be responsive, Home Croco. So you want these to be pretty consistent, but if you're a little bit off here and there, a little bit of differences, it's not that big of a deal usually. And you guys have seen me do this before. You can always remove a little bit or add a little more. Not like impossible. A little tiny hair can't even be seen. Not on the camera, not on the microscope. It's crazy. Boop boop. You're laughing so hard right now? Oh, uh-oh, what happened? Your family's reaction at the lube. What the fuck are you watching? Look at the microscopic machining marks from the injection mold. Yeah, that's a thing, man. There are some. It's not perfectly smooth. That's funny, penguin droppings. That's freaking awesome. Like, what are you watching right now? That's awesome. Tell them I appreciate their concern, but I'm not corrupting the youth of America with my keyboard stream. Mostly. At least. At least mostly. I try not to for sure. Yeah, they're probably like, I don't know what that stuff is, but it's probably not clean. Definitely don't put it in your food. And they would be right. Don't put that in your food. Because Teflon is the thing. Outside of that, it's pretty safe. I mean, it is food grade. That doesn't mean eat it, though. You've been corrupted. You're good. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad, penguin droppings. Thank you. Now I don't have to worry. Okay. Well, carry on with corrupting the youth of America, then. Oh, shit. They're already corrupt. Do it. I think it's funny, though, that they're like, what the fuck are you watching? Yep, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. Let me read up. Encrypted, okay. Love Unlimited Orchestra is where it's at. BBB eats it all the time and he's just fine. Right. Yeah, I don't eat lube. Yeah. Just be thankful you're not watching The Harvested. Oh, how he. Oh, Talisman. So bad, so bad. The youth of America is 4chan. Dang, that's dark, TSC. That is dark. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Another sushi alt. This is not a terrible camera. This is what you get for you know, a couple $100 at most invested into a microscope camera. You can get pretty good results for not a ton of money. Perfect. Wow, where did we go with this? Where did we actually go with this? I have my computer hooked up to on my 60-inch TV, so they had a nice angle. Okay, got it. My response is, isn't it amazing? The money shot is amazing. Dang, okay. All right. Loving this group. You guys give the best chat. You do, though. I love it. Keep it coming. Huh? All right. Back to PG, folks. This is without the beer. Yeah, no joke. Like, I've not had enough drinks today for an R-rated conversation on stream. like I said, anybody that doesn't know, next week I'll actually be traveling for work again. I'm gonna try yet again to stream from my hotel room. I did try when I was in Florida, it just did not work out. So I'm gonna bring a board that's relatively simple and just isn't a tough one. So stream seems to suggest that if you magnify anything close enough, it resembles some sort of, yeah, you're not wrong, dude. High powered magnification are not the norm. That's true, they aren't. I did, man, and I liked it. Well, the Cruise apparently, like, you have shit download, but you have great upload. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna get the best, right? So we're gonna do this thing. See if I can't come in from this angle. The cruise stream was kind of fun. Next time I go on a cruise, I'm totally doing it again. DT Supreme 13, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate that. Really kind of you. Yep. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm gonna instantly put this one in a stab insert, just so it's, done. You love this camera. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I like it too. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You ran over a gator on your bike once. Oof. Dude. That is some rough ass shit. How much actually works when you're in Florida? Yeah. Florida's interesting. Shared Delirium, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. And thanks again, SM Keebs, for loving on my microscope action. I should probably post a link to the microscope itself for when people are like, what? How do I get one of those? No one's asked though. Fucker darted out from the brush and you didn't. That I've done that on a motorcycle while I was full lean, low enough to literally drag a knee if I had pucks, if I had pants on with pucks for that, and a rabbit darted out from the side of the road and went only under my rear tire. Scariest, most pucker factor moment on a motorcycle. And I was hauling ass in a canyon. Like, I was screaming. And I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I was just like, oh my god, this is about to be so bad. It's one of those moments where, like, people talk about time dilating and them experiencing a very brief period of time as if it were much, much longer. Half a second absolutely felt like 30 or 40 seconds. Oh yeah, I mean, I was probably going 65, 70 miles an hour. Only the back. Well, it darted out. I mean, we were going fast, so. I mean, there's a rabbit. It didn't, know what it was doing. Just was trying not to get killed and succeeded very poorly. It failed to succeed at not dying. I mean, I don't know that it died, but it definitely got ran over. And it like changed my whole, because I was like this, and I just went and slid a bunch, near the edge of the road and hooked up with just enough traction to carry through with a much increased, like, so here was the inside of the mountain is this side, and I was going around it like this, and I went and pointed me way toward the mountain, but I just let off, right, and it loosened my line as I came back up. I'm just lucky I didn't high side, like when it caught grip again, that it didn't flip me up off the bike, because high siding is, and there was a ravine because it's a canyon on that side, so it would have just been ejected. It's terrible. Scary, scary, scary stuff, man. I mean, I'm not going to claim I was like going the speed limit or anything. I was hauling ass for sure. But, you know, I'm here. I lived. I didn't go down. It was okay. Also, screw the rabbit. Good thing it didn't mess me up. Well, of course. Of course. At that point, sorry, buddy, but you chose this. I'm more worried about me. But, I mean, once I recovered, it's not like I stopped to check on him. Like, gone. I can only think of one time where I stopped for an, I mean, it's not like I hit a ton of animals, but I can only think of one instance where I have hit an animal or something, and then like I stopped to look for it. It was like because it was the giantest coyote I'd done ever seen. It was freaking massive. It had to be like 70 pounds, and I hit it at like 75 or 80 miles an hour in my car. But I have a really low car that's very wedge shaped at the front, and it caught him and just threw him up over, and it didn't really damage my car at all. So it's like super lucky. But I stopped and I looked and I could not find it at all. I gave you the choice of not being run over. You elected the way of pain. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not entirely untrue, but it's a rabbit, so it doesn't have like high functioning reasoning centers where it makes good choices. It's just a very instinctual animal, right? Fight or flight, and they always choose flight. And what it should have chosen was staying the fuck still in the brush. Oh well, man. Feels bad. But I am happy that I did not get harmed. Stupid alerts. Things that aren't even important. Let's get some coffee in there. Have questionable hunting practices. I'm not against hunting in any way, but I'm not really a hunter. Never been my thing. Not saying I've never participated. What I'm saying is it isn't my thing. Mostly because I'm too busy doing other things like building keyboards and stuff. Not a hobby I've ever gotten into. I don't think I would either. Having experienced that thing before, I'm not against it. Like I said, I'm definitely not against other people doing it. I'm just can't. I don't know. I don't love it. No passion for that thing. Only hunt in Red Dead Redemption. Oh man, I have not played. So I never played the first one because it was only available on console. The second one is now out and it's available on PC, and I'm so tempted to get in on that game and try it because it looks freaking cool. I want to. Questionable but effective. Oh, high octane, high effectiveness. Now you're nagging yourself about how you nagged yourself and working. All right, Talisman. All right, man. I try not to nag myself too much. Your girlfriend is so pissed at you for buying Red Dead? Really? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Or I thought penguin droppings were you said before, were you like a console gamer? Were you Okay, both. So did you buy it on both, or? It's kind of awesome. It looks cool, man. I'm totally in for it. TSC, I'd be down to like play with other people that are fun, you know, that I've played games with before. Like I played games with you. It's super fun. Like Chewy and Osiris, I'm guessing would be pretty fun to play stuff like that with. I just think they're like, a lot of people are not down to commit to that kind of a thing, right? Because it's a persistent world and you go through the adventure together. At least I think that's the way I would want to do it. Very social with games, though. Dropped your AirPod in your coffee. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough. That's so rough. That's the worst, man. Don't do it. Camera is awesome. You're gonna lube switches under this thing. I mostly don't lube switches by hand. I do tub lubing, so it'd be real hard. My range of motion would be very limited in my tub shaking, because the field of view is like, what, 1, 2, 3, less than 4 stabilizer inserts wide. All right, we're gonna go back to solder station viewing angles. I hope it's not the noise canceling ones. Hey, Frisco Melt, I'm in. Penguin dropping seems cool. Like let's play some games. I'm totally down to play some games. It's just the games that I actually play as of right now. I prefer the macro applicator personally, more control. Yeah, so I'm down to play games. It's just I mostly play League of Legends. I'm down to play some PUBG, and if I buy a game to play it, I'm down. So we're doing ANSI, so we're doing this 6.25U, and then all of these. We done. For sure, you're thinking you'd learn a lot from seeing a pro lube switches up close. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'll have to do. I'm just not as good as some other people at the hand lubing thing, because I don't hand lube very much. I'm into it though. I'll have to do it sometime. It's just, it's not gonna be high on my priority list because I hate doing it. What is this song? PUBG now has hovercraft. Oh my lord, I'm down. Gosh, don't read my comments out loud anymore in the vain hope that he can post to YouTube that. Yes. Dual persona, nice. Yeah, it's not just that I'm lazy, it's that the results are just as good. Tub lubing, IMO. Like, lubing is an art, right? So if you're not trying to go for consistency of spread across the entire switch, but you want to like get more on the legs or less on the whatever, or you're trying to save lube by not getting it all over every surface that doesn't actually need it, then like, sure, I guess there's a reason to... Oh, that one's in backward. And I guess there's a reason to hand lube. It's just, for me, I don't want those things. And if I had to hand lube for a customer, it would be so expensive because it takes so much more time that, like, bag lube is very similar. Yeah. PUBG has sticky grenades now? What? I have not been playing it that much recently. So I guess I need to do this. I don't have a lube command. I guess I need one. This one is 205 grade 0 though. Penguin droppings, hit me up when you do. I know TSC plays, I play. We're not awesome, but it doesn't matter. It's about having fun. That's what I keep telling myself. No, I mean, we've won some games. It's not like we complete trash. But I mean, if people want to play, you know, League of Legends sometime, that's like an easy thing for me to want to play. Just saying. You'll be the noob learning. That's fine. We have no excuse. I'm down. I should do a viewers gaming session sometime after a stream. Next weekend, I'm talking about doing a... Well, next weekend I'm almost certainly... So I'm not going to bring a customer board with me to Utah, even though we're driving. There's no guarantee that I'll be able to get it accomplished based on bandwidth. So I'll plan on bringing something that's like my stuff and fairly simple. And then what I'll do is I'll be hitting up my customer board build on probably Saturday, maybe even Friday night when I get back, like right when I get back from Utah, because that's when I'll get back. It'll probably be Saturday morning, and then my following stream will be Sunday morning. I'm still gonna try for Wednesday no matter what, but if that happens, maybe on the Saturday one, I'll hit up some people and be like, hey, you guys want a game? Little Saturday daytime gaming, if I'm around and available to do so, and you guys are. If not, you know, it'll just be whoever can hang. I've gamed with some other people who are in the community. Like I've gamed with Langalandia, Jeff Langalandia. I've gamed with Chewy and Osiris before. They're fun. Yeah, TSC got lucky once with like a well-placed Molotov that killed literally an entire other squad after they aced our team. whatever. Take it. I mean, you got a little lucky that you got all 8 of them, but like, it wasn't that much luck that you hit some of them because you placed it like right in the building they were in, right? So, like, oh no, fire is coming your way. Bring the heat. Junior Perez 111. Thank you so much for that new follow. I appreciate that. I really, really do. And anybody else who isn't a follower already, consider it. And if you're gonna do that, go ahead and pop on my YouTube and go ahead and give a sub there. It helps a lot, and you'll see any new content that I make, anything that I publish that's not live streamed. Typing tests, stuff like that. I'm determined that while I'm in Utah, I'm gonna record at least one YouTube video content piece that can get edited and go up. A goal. Hashtag social goals. Community goals, keep goals. Then you died almost immediately after. Whatever, you got 8 kills. It's a great ratio. Also, there's some great spoof videos of PUBG out there by Viva La Dirt League. Do not know. Have not seen. Okay. Stabilizers lubed up. Now let's get them installed on this bad mama jamma. But before I do that, I'm actually gonna wipe my hands free-ish of lube. Fell for what? Acting out PUBG IRL with all the weird bugs rules. That sounds funny. That sounds really, really funny. How do I feel about Gathering Ink? Silenus? Gather on Silent Inks? That was confusing, man. Gat Silent Inks? I don't have feelings about them. They're just a switch. I like GAT inks, the normal ones, more, because obviously I like the sound of boards more than silent boards. I like the keyboard sounds, like those Fox. Your broken ass keyboard. Oh man, feels bad. Hope you get it fixed, or get a new one. One, two, three. 4, 5. Clickety clack, make the goblin brain go wee. Yes, I agree. I just like the sound. Silent boards seem like a waste to me. Oh, look at that. It's labeled now. Oh, Heine. You make me so happy. So my suggestion to Heine was to silk on the bottom row where the stabilizer numbers are, and he did. This says 7U and that says 6.25U, and that just makes me fucking happy. It really does. Heine is the best, man. Give the man good suggestion, and he just runs with it. He's like, oh, yeah, that's actually a great idea. Why don't I do that? Heine is a great community member. If you guys don't know Heine or his products, go look at the interest check that he just posted for TKL1. I've had this discussion before, but I shit you not, HBCP, since it came, I checked, was the end of July. So for 7 months, maybe it was the end of June, no, I'm thinking about it. Whatever, it's been 7 months. Has been the predominantly used keyboard in my lineup. Like, I'll switch here and there and go back and forth, but it's the thing that's been a staple. Heine is the man, and that board is magic, and I'm hoping that his TKL gives us some of that same magic. I really am, and I think that it has a very strong chance of being able to do so. Jeff, would you agree, sir? Yeah, I don't think it matters. You don't really have to be a fan of that type of board. He's just making good stuff, man. I am a fan of TKL, so maybe I'm biased, but I don't think I really am. I think it's a good looking board. Like, a lot of people are all about EO87 right now, and I think it's mostly because the cost is low. If you really love that RGB thing, then I think EO87 is great. I will always hold true to this this TX boards as a menu makes some of the most high value customs, and that one, the value is even higher. It's just that I'm not sure I like it overall. Not enough to like buy one. I'm tempted. Buy is still open. You guys can still go join, as far as I know, for a while even. Started like last week and it's live for 2 weeks, so pretty sure you can still join. Vinin, are you saying the TKL1 looks like a generic keyboard, generic TKL? I think it's relatively generic. Sure. But I'll tell you kind of where... So there are some things about TKL1 that I think are really fantastic that differentiate it from other keyboards. One, it has this signature thing that Heine is doing on his boards now. This thing that is his signature, right? Which is this rounded back foot. So it has that, which is uncommon. It has a rounded front lip, not like this board. It's more rounded, so it's broken over, so there's less pressure on your hand. It does have the same indents in the side as most TKLs, like finger grip areas that this board doesn't have, but like a cutout here. But it has a 2-piece weight, and that 2-piece weight does a couple things. One, it keeps costs down because now it's just 2 bar stock or plate stock pieces of material that don't have an extra amount of milling in it. So it allows the weight to be mounted from the inside, but it doesn't increase cost like having a ledge milled onto it. Also, it allows you to have that stainless outside where there's going to be mechanical abrasion, like frictional forces that'll cause abrasion eventually applied to the weight, where brass would scratch, stainless is less likely to. And then you get some sound profile stuff on the inside, plus ever so slightly more weight from brass than with stainless. So I think there are some things about it that are good. Now, lots of things are generic, that thing, but the finish on HBCP, who he presumably is going to the same manufacturer for, is like TGR quality high. And I'm not exaggerating or joking. It is really that good. So I follow what you're saying. But like, if you're gonna go get a great TKL, I have a feeling this one will be one of them. I would recommend you guys get in on the buy if you can afford it and you're interested at all. There's also, he showed me some proto pics, and he's going to do some other experimentation with the protos that I think might make the sound characteristic of the board so good and superior to other options that you might be able to find. I'm not going to give away his secrets. That's his to give away, but I believe, based on what I saw, that you may find really cool stuff going on. That's my 2 cents. We'll see what it turns out to. I don't want to hype it too hard because it's not here, but I believe that will be a thing. It is private, Jeff, but I mean, are all those slots filled? Is there a way to not, is it not possible to get in on a private group buy before all the slots are allocated? It does look generic. That's okay. TKL is a hard equation to mess with, man. It's so clean looking that it's hard for me to say, yes, we should just do this thing in a way that looks completely radically different. But, I mean, I guess that's me, man. But, I mean, that's part of buying a TKL, right? Like, most TKLs aren't that radically different looking from one another. Well, I'm hoping that I'm able to get in on it. If I am afforded the opportunity, I will definitely be jumping in. That's all I can say. There are some other boards that I think are pretty exciting, but after my experience with HBCP, missing out on a Heine board is not a thing I'm planning on doing if I can manage to not. His stuff is just really high quality. That's what it comes down to. Makes me sound like a fanboy, but I mean, the truth is, like, the experience has just been that good so far. it's hard for me to say don't do this thing. It's like if I could go back in time and buy a Gene V2, right? I would, in a heartbeat. Like I was ready to pull the trigger, kind of, and then I didn't because I was like, what am I doing? $700. I was a fool, but I was new to the hobby, right? And I would have been under the 41 seconds. I literally had that whole thing filled out and ready to pull the trigger in under 41 seconds. I would have definitely bumped somebody and got one of those boards. Just I couldn't in the end like actually click that buy button. Like that is so much money. And I missed out. It's a great board. I don't want the CE or any of that bullshit. I want the original Gene V2. And maybe I'll get one day. Maybe not though. Maybe not though. Okay. Same, you would be honored. I know, man. That's the way I feel about it. I can't think of a lot of other boards, right, where I automatically feel that way about it. It's like there are a couple, like Irma. I want in on Irma that bad. I just want in the end. Like I'm gonna do whatever I can to increase my chances of getting in on one of those because it looks like an amazing board. Because I want it. And Jack makes good stuff, and I trust that the quality will be high. I don't know. There are some others that are really good. Like if at this point, if TX decided to make TX108 again, or LZ was going to make another Stan or something, a full-size board, I'd probably be down to jump in. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get this plate. You know what we should do before we do that, though? What the right move is? So I'm going to pull out the customer's keycap set. So this is a customer-provided keycap set. It's EPBT. Customer and I had some discussions about this before he jumped in, because he was new to keys, and he had some specific desires. Just want to make sure these work the right way. There are a lot of people making really good boards. You're not wrong, Vinin. In fact, you're 100% right. But I think there are a few examples of people that are making boards extraordinarily right. Which AIO3 are you talking about? The are you talking about TX or KBD 8X, or are you talking about the newer one? And if so, can you post a link? Because I want to refresh and rethink about exactly the right thing. Andromeda, yeah, that's the one. Go ahead and post that, can you? Thanks. I want to follow the link and I want to look at it. I want to give you my no shit best. Okay, this one. Yes, I remember this one.
I love relationships. I think they're fantastic. The ones that I think are great, I think there's nothing in the world more beautiful than falling in love.
Okay. All right. So it's heavy. That's good. It's 3.2 kilograms. It's 8 degrees. I like 8-degree typing angle, so I think that's really great. I like that it's 3.2 kilograms. That's fantastic. I don't like that it doesn't support split right shift. I think a lot of people are going to not like that it doesn't support split backspace, though I don't care about that. I like that it's USB-C. It's an ARM microcontroller. So my question is, does it run QMK? If it doesn't run QMK, then no deal. Not interested. The end. No, I don't like it. I think there are a lot of people, or I don't care about it. I think there are a lot of people that do. I would be surprised if it didn't too. It's a question. Screwless exterior, I think it's kind of fatty. I'm not ever looking at the bottom of my case like, oh my god, the aesthetics. So I don't really care about that. I mean, I guess it's cool. Some people might be into that thing. Whatevs. I don't like that rounded looking surface, and I can't tell if the rounded is an inner cut or an outer bulge. If it's an outer bulge, I'm not actually that interested in this. If it's an inner cut that curves the ledge, and then I guess that's fine. I'm not really looking at the bottom of the case anyway. But a couple of the pictures make it kind of hard for me to tell. Like I said, if it's a bulge, I don't think it will look good, and I won't be interested in it. From that side profile. You're a little upset. What are you upset about? Tinfoil? So curious now. Sorry. I gotta know. Like, what would make you upset about this board? I think it's a bulge and not a cut. Then I'm not interested. I don't want it to... I kind of just don't want a keyboard that looks like a bar of soap. So I don't want it to bulge out and be all rounded, bending outward. That's a thing. And a cut. Well, the cut would be fine. The cut inward. These are all good. Cat Milkshake was delayed another 2 months due to coronavirus. I mean, I don't know why it would delay 2 months, but I guess such things happen. As far as coronavirus is concerned, I can't be mad at the menu for something that was caused completely outside of their control. That being said, why is it 2 months? Like, they're not delaying all work for 2 months. It is a group buy, so you kind of get what you get a little bit. Jessup59, thanks for that follow. I appreciate that. I really, really do. That's freaking awesome. Alright, so let's get this installed, right? What's our timer at? How long have we been streaming? How long have I been jabbering away? I want to make sure. I don't want to waste you guys' time. Not upset. Okay, so a lot of factories are still delayed on work. That's totally true. You are correct, Vinon, and I totally understand. I really do. But they haven't been delayed for 2 months as a result of coronavirus. The delay's been about 20-something days, I think. In the worst of cases. So far. Yeah, and that's safe. I'm good with that, actually. Like, I understand. It is what it is. Thought we had an Alps build, BBB. We do not. We have alpacas. Alpacas. Current time. 10:05 Central Standard. I'm not on Central Standard Time, but fair. You are fair. So I love dealing with brass plates because, frankly, I don't have to put so many anchor switches in. It's so solid, it just sinks right in, does its thing, isn't a hassle. One hour, 45 minutes. Not so bad. I feel like it's not so bad. So I don't think this key set supports stepped caps at all. Well, we shall find out. Yeah, it does not. Oh, it does. We are going stepped. Because it looks better. I mean, I'll look in the chat history, but I'm pretty sure. Never talked about it. How are you guys doing tonight? Doing good, watching this one keyboard stream. Thanks. Scott Water, thanks for the follow, man. Junior SVT, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Pretty good. Existing. Dang. BBB, man. I hope you're doing a little better than existing. In fact, I hope that life is, like, alright, man. So, out of curiosity, guys, how's the music volume relative to the voice and stuff? Music a little low. It's a little low in my ear. But again, that doesn't really, it's not really the volume that you're hearing. Music is chill. Cool. Thank you, guys. There we go. Need more lube and potentially film your alpacas. I feel like lubing these was of intermediate benefit. I don't think it was like the most critical switch to have lubed, but I do think it did help some. Because I definitely felt them beforehand. I was like, sure. Won't hurt. Okay. I would say that that's plenty of anchors. Way more than what we need for just anchors. I'm gonna fire this bad boy up. I'm gonna get some air blowing across here. Put the lid on this lube. Good volume. Good. I'm glad that it's a good volume setting. It's really important. Big brain move, man. Yep. Get that investment going. Investment. Tangies weren't orange. Just thinking about what to put in Rukia, huh? I mean, I put Zycos in mine and they sound fantastic. It's always an option. 300 alpacas, man. What the actual fuck did you order that many for? That's so many. It's somewhat outrageous. Flock herd murder of alpacas. Foam and foil. What are we talking about here? Foam and foil. How are you gonna do that? Tactiles are not an option, huh, BBB? Like no tactiles for BBB, no matter what, not ever. LTT did another Switch video. They had Holy Pandas and Zelios up against MX Browns. Yeah, I heard something about this. I just didn't watch it yet. Browns won for tactiles. Their staff group testing. For their staff group testing, people. What are you talking about? I agree. Those people are wrong. People are wrong. People liking MX Browns. What's wrong with you people? Part of me wants to like call LTT and be like, are you guys trolling us? That's what you're doing, right? You're trolling us? So basically what I'm hearing is their staff are linears people. It's outrageous. I need to watch this now. I'm gonna get mad though. I don't know if I want to be that mad. It's on float plane. Wait, what? Link this garb. That's so rough, man. That's so rough. Why would they do that? I'm not surprised no one picked the cherry switches. Like, cherry switches aren't actually that good. All things said, they're not that great. Like, they came up with a cool format a really long time ago. Like a really, really long time ago. Most of them use MX Browns. Yeah, so if they like it, then they like it already. Whatever. Place another one. We'll harvest some cherry blues from an old board. Any suggestions what Franken switches? Jailhouse mod's really like kind of the only thing that I can think of for cherry blues. Completely unrelated, does anyone know going resale value for a 1070? I don't know, maybe like 250? Guess, just a guess. That's the way I feel about it, BBB and Frisco. If you like Browns, you probably are a linear person. How do I like the alpacas? Well, I think they're pretty cool. I haven't felt these exact ones all modded into a board yet, but we're about to do that pretty soon. Or soldered into a board rather. When we're done building this, I will absolutely let you guys know what I think. All right, let me get the rest of these switches in. And then I can let you guys know how I like them. You went from membrane to Browns to linear. Only recently you tried experimenting with tacks again. And Frisco? What do you think? Are you into tactiles? Yay or nay? What's your thoughts? Because I actually like tactiles more than linears. That being said, I also like clickies more than linears. However, I don't really use clickies that much. MX Blues greater than Zelios. Am I right? Oof, dude. Shots fired BBB. HPs are more similar to Zeals and tactility than what the community leads on IMO. A much better sound. Yeah, I think Holy Pandas are definitely, it's about sound. If you're comparing them to Zeal V2s. Customer, if you are watching the stream, do you want to use stepped caps lock or regular caps lock? I think stepped caps lock looks better. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was saying stepped too. That's what I was totally going with it. Yeah, I agree. Stepped is the way. Less stable, but much prettier. And, well, frankly, you're not hitting this caps lock key all the time, so it doesn't really matter. The only stepped caps lock keys that are like exactly as solid as their non-stepped counterparts are the center stepped caps that exist in the Alps world, right? But that's like super uncommon on any modern board. Then again, I guess most boards that are, they feel pretty good, man. I think they feel good. For linears, they feel great to me. I'm not really a linear guy, but like they feel pretty good. You may have slightly changed my opinion on these films. I still hate installing them, but on this Switch, it does seem to make a pretty significant difference in the rigidity, or in how stable the stem feels. I still think that on tight housings it isn't necessary, but on these they feel pretty good. I don't know what they'll do for the sound though. I have not I think that's where people actually say they excel. Films are def the call. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, BBB, I'm still not like sold that it's that way all the time, but I do think that they can help. Slumpay, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. DJ Rise, did I miss you earlier? I'm sorry if I did, man. Thank you for the follow. Scott Water, I don't think I did miss you, but thank you for the follow. Pretty sure I missed DJ Rise. I don't know how I did that. It's almost like the alert sounds aren't up high enough. I can adjust that a little bit. A wee bit. A wee bit. You're convinced JWK switches need films. I mean, you might be right. Loving the vibe. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Try and make sure that these build streams go well, smoothly. They're kind of chill. I definitely want people to enjoy them. TFF Cypher, what's going on, man? How you been? How you doing? Noticed that you followed me on, I think it was Instagram, maybe it was YouTube. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Have you tried U-stems and creams? You have. Pretty good. Thanks, Cypher. Thanks for chilling and watching, man. Yeah, they don't sound as good. Yeah, they don't sound as good, BBB. They don't. They feel pretty cool. No. Yeah, they... I don't know. The U-stems I think are cool, though. I'm not hating on them at all. At all. I do think they're good. Creams, you didn't really want to fuck with. Yeah, creams are pretty good as they come, as far as I'm concerned. But GAT inks, now those are some switches that just a little bit of lube and super, super good. I feel that way about Telios too. Pretty awesome. Don't need a lot of work, just a little bit of lube. Zentic Durox / JWK switches definitely should be filmed. Makes a huge diff in your opinion. Feels and sounds much better than without. These certainly feel better with films on. So yes, I can go along with it. I think that a lot of switches do not feel better though. And a lot of people, potential customers, definitely hit me up and want filming without really having any idea what's involved or knowing that it actually yields any kind of better result for their switch. And I definitely try and guide people away from such activity. Toss some U-stems in a bag of 205 and drop them in ink housings. Ooh, Stash. Let me know how you think. Creams are good with 205 grade 0. You're totally right, dude. Stash, I watched some of your VODs recently, man. I really like watching your stuff, man. I hope to see you doing a lot more content. For real. Oh, tinfoil. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. BBB. Filming is a pain. You'll only do it for alpacas. That's fair, man. That's fair. You're building your unicorn next Sunday. Nice, dude. Fucking nice. I am gonna do a build on Sunday. Otherwise, I would absolutely try and watch you. If we're not at the same time, I will try. I'll be mobile for part of Sunday too, because I'm gonna do my stuff early. So if you're going early, or if you're going later than me, I'll definitely try and watch while I'm riding passenger in a car. Don't know how much interaction I'll be able to give, but I will definitely drop by and say hi. You do your stream at noon. Well, I'm gonna do mine pretty early next week, but I might try and do it really early on my Sunday one. So if I can manage to do it really early, then I will do that, and I'll read you if that's the case. Stash Man, though, I did watch your stuff and I really liked it. I really did. I really want you to do more stuff. It's freaking awesome. For real. If I can, I will, man. Like if the timing works out, I absolutely will. I always try and raid somebody if someone is around to be raided. That's just 100% thing. Like if someone is on and streaming, when I get off, regardless of what time that is, I will raid them. And like I said, I watched some of your VODs and I was like, man, I like this guy's content. What I mean by that is keep it up, dude, for real. You have good presence. That's one of the most important things, I think. Not that I'm like an expert or anything. I'm just making my way too, but you seem cool. Swizz, what up, man? I don't remember if you don't know if I remember you telling me about how you wanted the Olivia theme board for your first board. Rama just mailed me with an invoice for extras. Holy shit, dude. Nice. Yes, I do remember you saying that. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I was trying to tell you, no, some of this stuff you can still get. Like, you're gonna be able to get Olivia on the aftermarket because so many sets sold. I totally remember that conversation, man. I'm happy that you got an extra. That's sick. Oh yeah, man, I'm not forgetting stuff like that. It's not like I'm Shroud or something. Not that Shroud is forgetful or anything, just he has so many people watching him. How would you remember? Definitely not forgetting. Stuff like that, man. That's awesome. Truly. Got the stabs and desk pad off novel keys. Nice, dude. I didn't get any of those stabs. I need to try to. Just to have. Because I bought 3 sets of Olivia. I bought 1 for show, 1 for wear, and a black set. Mostly also for show. But it may get worn also. But I mean, being that I do this stream, I kind of need to have a show. I need to have some show sets. I feel like I need to. This sounds clean, man. I actually really am liking the way that these sound a lot. You emailed Novel Keys and they said they'd have some sets when everything else is shipped. Yeah, and Novel Keys does that. It's not that surprising that they would have an Olivia set. Olivia will look good on this board too, especially the light set. In my opinion. I like this set though too. This is a clean looking set. I'm personally not about sub legends, but that does not matter. This still looks good. And I like this purple color. Okay, let's get our solder going. Lead-free solder tastes much worse than leaded. No joke. No joke. You reached out to Summit Cables to see if they could commission a cable for the GB, and he said maybe he'll think about it. Yeah, so one, I wouldn't advertise that more. Just first off, because it was supposed to be a limited run. You can definitely get somebody to make you some things in a matching pink color. It may not be exactly those, but you can get something made. Hit me up if you need somebody to build it. I'd be totally down, man. That's a cool sounding project. Be surprised if other vendors don't have a few sets of Olivia. Yeah, they will, man. Yeah, you have the light base set ordered. Just couldn't get the space bars. You'll find it, Ted. I promise you'll be able to. I ordered... Pretty sure I ordered the space bars set. Almost positive. I did get in on Modern Dolch Light, just FYI, guys. It hurts my soul to have done it because I'm very adamant about only jumping in on sets that I truly love if they're kitted out in such a way that they don't have pretty robust compatibility, including numpad straight in the base kit, which Modern Dolch does not. or Moto Light doesn't. But I did jump in on it. Because, well, it looks great. And yes, it was like $340 worth of jumping in on. Because of the way that it's kitted out. So I'm a little salty about it, but... You know, I got the kits I need. I think there's only like... I didn't get the Nord UK kit, and I didn't get a command kit. We'll go look at that alert in 1 second. Rigid Ryan, thank you so much for the Prime sub, man. I really appreciate that. That reminds me, anybody, if you have Amazon Prime, you don't use your Prime sub, you should consider giving it to somebody. It doesn't cost you anything, and you know, it's a couple bucks in somebody's pocket. Whatever streamer you're into. I would recommend doing it for a keyboard streamer. There are quite a few of us out there. It's definitely a good way. For anybody that doesn't know, you can link your Twitch account, and then it's just easy. Go to that sub thing and boop, give that Prime. It doesn't auto renew like a regular sub does, and it doesn't cost any money. Cypher, you lurk a lot. That's all good, man. Lurk. Richard Ryan, thanks, man. I haven't, Oh, Richard Ryan, you said you lurk a lot. Sorry, I see the same color. You lurk a lot. That's all good, man. You're more than welcome to lurk. Though, feel free to participate and ask any questions or comment whenever you want, man. The community is here for you. At least I am. I like it when people have questions or comments. Yeah, I'm kind of digging the stuff we've been playing, the music we've been playing recently. Pretty good. Llama Kid 29, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate that. That's cool, man. Llama. The Llama Kid. That's a funny name. Watch out, they spit. I think that was llamas, right? Yeah, that's llamas. Man. Cooking through this now, aren't we? Max on deck, what up, man? How you doing? How are you guys doing? I presume that's Dave. I mean Mike. JK lol. Building a TX87se, man. I love TX87 84. Both the SE and the not SE version. The first edition, rather. And I own both. That's how much I like them. I know Dave really wants that that white one that I have over there. Because it goes so well with camping. Go with something that matches the case then, maybe? A nice coiled silver / gray. Bring it to KeyCon. I'll bring it, bro. I will bring it. I may rebuild it between now and then to bring it, though. And you'll just take it. For science, huh? For science? You like TX brand board? What do you think about their EO87? So my honest thoughts on the EO87 are, if you like RGB, it looks pretty cool. I do not really like that much RGB generally on my keyboards, but the price point for TX boards is already so favorable in the custom scene that I think they represent the best value in true customs. That price point is so low that it's super attractive, even though I'm not super into RGB. So on its face, if price is not a concern at all, it would not be my first choice of board. I would probably not choose it. But the value that it represents is so good that, well, I would consider it. I have considered it. I probably will not jump in on it. However, maybe if you're new to the community and don't have a lot of boards or any really good ones to go with, it's a pretty good option. You'll definitely be able to resell it. It will be of good quality and generally is probably worth at least checking out. I hope that I get to build one. I just don't know if I want to own one. The price is so low that it'd be an easy bar for entry. I'm just trying to save or keep some of my money for some other boards. Like, I really want to get on TKL1 from Heine. I really want to get on an Irma whenever Jax is able to make that happen. I love my Austin. I may even be down to get on an Austin R2 and have two of them. Not really sure about that yet. Yeah, that's where I kind of at. Yeah, that's me. Price on the EO87. It's so good. You're totally right. Max on Duck has a couple zap code for zap cables. Yes, they do. Yeah, Teddy, I think that's probably a good idea. Definitely hit them up. Make that happen. Dude, Stash, you picked up 3 for yourself and 2 for buddies? Jeez. Monster. That's a monster. Like $275 for a brass plate and brass weight. Yeah, I know, Swizz. It's such a good deal. It really is. It really is. I cannot dispute that. Just come out. Well, it was fun to enjoy your band. Oh, Chewy. That's rough, dude. Comes with a TX bag and cable. I know, and that by itself. The cable I don't care about. The bag, though, is awesome. It's $35 right there for the bag. 50 shipped to you. And the bag is freaking awesome. I have a bunch of them, and I love them. Sadly, you missed the notification to catch more of the stream. You're about to crash. Dude, don't even stress about it. It's nice seeing you, though, Chewy. Seriously. And, hey, man, you don't know. I might be watching you guys. Might be watching you guys next week. I'm going to try and stream, but it's very possible it won't work out at all. Because I'll be traveling and in a hotel. But peace out, man. Have a good night. Ridwanka. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Where did I just solder? Looked like it didn't have a lot on that joint. We'll go with here. One down here. Okay, I think we're done. We're done soldering, guys. All right, well, let's get this going. See what we get to. Swizz, you're just a cable and keycaps away from your themed Olivia board. Nice. You'll definitely get the caps. Want to grab Ramason, enter Artisan. I feel like the prices would be too high. Probably. Ridwonk, dude, absolutely. Thanks for the follow, seriously. And I hope you come back. And anybody who, by the way, hasn't done this, definitely go ahead and check out my socials. I just pinged that. And if you get a chance, try and give a sub on YouTube. Give that follow on Insta. Some cool content shows up there, and I hope that you guys are able to make a bunch of my stuff. See a bunch of my content. I prefer it, obviously, if you guys can make it live, but if you can't, you know, try it there. Works out pretty well. All right, so let's try this. Boom, ba-da-da-da. Works. Perfect, so the function layer works. Check that out. So I checked that out by resetting the board. That's what I just did. I hit the function R, which on Heine's boards is reset. Perfect. So we switch hitted it up. That worked out really well. Got some extra switches. Now we'll get stuff installed, keycaps installed. See if they kind of look, well, we'll get that plate installed first. Should we? Nah, we're gonna do this first. Because a couple of these can be misaligned. And if they are, totally want to catch that. It's very possible that is. Maybe not, though. Are Milmax sockets in any way worth it? I need a hotspot board, but I'm a stickler for your layout. Hotspot boards are... Milmax are garbage. That's my take on it. Straight up. Briscoe melt. Do not like. I actually don't like any of the hot swap options, but if I'm gonna choose one, it's gonna be the Kale hot sockets, which are like what most of the OEMs are using. Sorry, man. I hate to burst that bubble, but a lot of people are like, oh, I want a hot swap. Do Milmax. I refuse to put my name on a Milmax setup because of how not good they are. And that's just me, but you know. Sorry, man. These alpacas should be filmed and lubed. They are filmed and lubed. They are, in fact, both of those things. Or they are. Yeah, they are. And honestly, I think it made a difference. Though it pains me to say it. I think it did. Because I generally don't like filming switches. And I think generally it's not that beneficial. So a lot of people want that thing because they've, they see all the hype. But in this case, I do think it actually helped. So I can go along with it. I can absolutely go along with it in this case. Yeah, I think it helped a lot. They feel really clean. Like really, really good. I would build a board like this. Exactly like this. I don't know if I want to buy alpacas because I'm still not really a linear guy, but I'm going to build a couple linear boards for myself either way, so it wouldn't be a bad way to do. No, I think you made the right choices, Teddy. I think it's perfect. I mean, I think there are other really great boards out there, so obviously you can choose other boards. But I don't think that a TX board in any way is a bad choice. Stash, I think your choice to buy a bunch of EO87s is not bad, right? Like, TX boards always have resale value, at least equal to what they cost, which is fair. And the quality is good. The track record is there. He makes good stuff. Kin just makes good stuff. You only picked up 3. One for yourself and one for each of you two. Okay. That's still, I mean, still a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty good. Do you have any favorite split boards? Do you mean like split completely to completely separate boards? Or do you mean like ergo layouts like Alice? Because I mean that's a pretty important distinction. Okay, so ergonomic boards, Rukia and Alice. That's pretty much the ones. Those are the ones. Physics, well, physics isn't out yet, but I did get in on physics and I am ready to receive physics. And I'm ready to say yes. Just don't have one yet. In this case, it's backward. Yeah, OSA is good. OSA is really nice. I've built 2 Alices on my stream, Stash. Like, it's very possible you will, man. If you take customer builds and you build those, like, you may get a couple Alices. I've actually had a third Alice lined up before, but it had some damage, and customer wanted like a bunch of other work done to it, like new refinished and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not in for that right now. I wasn't willing to take all that on because I wasn't willing to tool up for. And he was like, well, because this guy was in Indonesia, he was like, if you're willing to like reach out because you're near LA to like have it done, like I'd still like you to build it. And I was like, nah, sorry, man. I don't want to go through all that right now. But I will let you reach out to people if you want, and you can send it to me. That guy ended up selling it. Wonder if he regrets it. They were probably only worth about $1,000 at the time. Looks pretty clean, and I don't see. I'm actually really surprised at how not off any of this is. Caps isn't off, the pipe isn't off, the enter doesn't look off. Like everything just looks lined up. Okay. This bottom row looks like off, as I can tell. Maybe not. It's just because there's a gap below it. Doesn't look off. It's clean. Cool. Alrighty then. That's great. You wanted a fallacy, but you missed it. Get an extra though, hopefully. Yeah, man, I hope so. Vinin, you still want a Tengu. Tengu's still on sale, isn't it? Vinin? I think you can like just get one. Am I wrong? Smash or pass cat profile? Pass. If the option is that or is cherry profile, then go with cherry. Oh, did it end February 8th? Okay. Yes, Swizz, you might be completely right. I liked Tengu a lot. I thought it was a super good looking board at SoCal. I'm not a big ergonomic layout kind of guy. And it turns out that I have a Rukia, which is great, and I'm getting a physics. So like, I don't really want that many more because they're really just kind of for show for me anyway. I don't actually want to use them that much. Physics I might try to, because physics at least is like a 65 kind of split. I mean, I guess if Chewy's here, he can get all bent out of shape about 65, but you know, whatevs. I like 65. I like having arrows. How about that? I like having arrows. AKA usable, yeah. We prefer DSA personally, but teach their own. DSA is good. I mean, I think Cherry's better than DSA or SA, or I think it's the best. I think it's literally the best profile or keycap profile, but I think the next best keycap profile is DCS. Don't get me wrong, I like I like DSA. I just don't like it as much as standard stuff. More standard fare. Swizz really likes HHKV. If I were gonna have a no 65s moment for anything, like Chewy does, but mine for something different, it would be for probably HHKV. I don't like the layout. I mean, I'm not that vehement about it, so don't get me wrong. I just, if I were gonna, for any layout, not a big fan of HHKB personally. Might be Topra though. That might be my thing. It's not a layout, but okay, these are all torqued, cross torqued. DSA glamping. That's awesome. Print hand wire. That might be really awesome, Crisco Melt. Put it on a 65. DSA clamping. That's freaking awesome, man. Yes. So, Ted, if you're still in here, do you want the diffuser installed between the top and bottom? Or do you want it just not? I mean, you can always change your mind and do it yourself later. Not like hard. But, you know. You'll see a glow on the side. Oh, well, actually on all sides. Right below where the port is. It's just an acrylic diffuser. Of whatever color you set it to be. But it'll be rainbow when it comes like this. But there's like keyboard shortcuts to change the color to whatever you want because it's RGB backlit. Okay. Yeah, it came with them, so there's no reason not to if you want it. If you want it. It actually came with 2 of them in this bag. I'm sure you saw. You might have been like, I don't know what these do. But yeah, they're this. There's another one in there. And it simply goes like that. So the problem that I see with their diffusers is they sometimes don't like line up perfectly on the exterior of the case. You'll see what I mean if it doesn't. And if it doesn't, it's not that big of a deal. Removing it is literally just removing these screws and screwing the case back together without this diffuser installed. Super straightforward. These are Phillips head screws, so it's not like you're gonna have to go searching hard for anything. So if you guys notice, I'm screwing these in until they're just snug a little bit, and then I back them out like a quarter thread or so. The reason we're doing that is so that everything torques and aligns correctly. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to cross torque tighten them, just like you would like the lug nuts on your car. Or just like you should with lug nuts in your car anyway. Basically, it's just going to help make sure the whole case is straight. I do dislike that TX uses Phillips head screws. I do wish they'd use a hex. It's easy to kind of mess up the head on Phillips, the way that it's designed. So literally just like that, we're gonna make sure it feels lined up. Tighten, 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 kind of like in an X pattern, right? Continuing on that path. Boom. It's not very bright. When it's dark in here, it'll be noticeable. It's ever so slight, but you can see the glow. But yeah, this is pretty good. Oh, did somebody ask? Okay. Sorry about that. Hopefully once all your parts come in, you'll be reaching out to me to build a board for you. Dude, hit me up. It's like, I'll fit you in. We'll work it out. Just contact me on Reddit or contact me on Discord. IMEURU number 7264. And I'll get you sorted. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, avoid it being hot swap if you know what you want in there. So, yeah. Thanks, BBB. Ooh, Frisco Melt sip sockets. Excuse me, where's the RGB? That looks really nice. Can't wait for Olivia ++. Dude, it's gonna be clean. It's gonna be super clean with this on it. Yeah, so basically, my build services go pretty straightforward, right? Once all of the parts for a build arrive to me, they enter my queue. My queue, I try and just keep everything to a month or less, like for everyone. And I will increase the number of builds that I'll do, or at some point stop taking build orders if, you know, I'm not going to be able to make a month, or right about. I mean, if it's like a day or two, whatever. Not that stressed about it, but that's my goal. I don't want my boards, I don't want my customers' boards to be sitting with me forever, but I do want to make sure that I'm servicing people in the order that they come in. Anyway. Ooh, that sounds... Wow. That sounds ridiculous. That sounds real good. That is no fucking joke, guys. This is a nice board. Yeah, don't worry. We're going to do a typing test in just a sec. And then I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, everything about this board sounds real good. So why don't we get you one of these shots? Finally got into your space cables account, huh? Yeah, this thing is clean. I like it. Flux on there. This is all flux, like literally these are flux spatters. It's really pretty. Like really, really pretty. I'm digging it. let's look at this glow. So the glow is really subdued, but if I go, you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell. Okay, we're gonna turn that back on because you know. Yeah, it's super mellow, like for sure. RGB. Yeah, I do know how to wash desk pads. This one has been washed. So the way that you wash it, people recommend different stuff. Some people say throw it in a bathtub, and I have done this. Throw it in a bathtub, take dish soap, pour it on the top of it, get some water over the top of it, and massage the whole top of it. You can even use something semi-abrasive, like I use one of these. This was never used on a toilet or anything before. You can use that, right? A Brillo pad or something to just scrub the top and get the soap into it. The other way that you can do it that less people recommend is you put it in a washing machine. Do not use hot water. Do not use hot water. So these are actually laminated to the rubber pad underneath, the fabric on the top. You don't want to melt the glue. So do that. Most people say that, do that, and then air dry. That's totally a thing, but air drying takes a while. So what I do is I take a towel, a bath sheet, I lay it down on the floor, lay the wet after washing desk mat on top of it, fold the edges of the towel over, fold the edges of the towel over the other direction, and then roll that thing up, and then put a giant like tie, like a zip tie around the middle of it. And then I throw that thing in the dryer on low heat, not air, but low heat, and let it roll for probably a couple cycles. And the towel will kind of wick the moisture out. Yeah, make sure you use cold water. And if you do use heat in the dryer, make sure it's low heat. That's how I do it. The way that I clean this thing most often is it's not that I don't clean it this way, but the way that I do this most often is I literally take a spray bottle of water, and I, like before most streams, I spray it down, or after most streams, spray it down, because these little like white flecks get on it from the flux. I spray that down, and then I take this and I just massage the top. So the water, the wetness kind of dissolves that flux away a little bit, and the brush knocks it all off. And then I turn this little fan thing on, point it at it, and it just dries quickly because I'm in the desert. If you're really risk averse, throw it in the bathtub, do that method, then hang it over like a curtain rod and just let it air dry for a couple days, or a day at least. Here, a day. Anyway, let's try a little typing sound test. How about we do that? How about we do some sounds and we do a typing test? We see how good this thing is. Let's test this out. Test her out. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good, yeah? Oh, no, we're going to. Music is definitely going off. I just wanted to make sure that it looks good. Yeah, hopefully hopefully my noise gate is not cutting out and you can't hear anything. Make sure that that's the case. If it is, let me know, somebody. Whew. Sounds pretty clean, guys. All right, are you guys ready for this typing test? How close is the mic? The tip of the mic is one hand span away from the space bar, which is about 9.5 inches from the space bar, and it's about 3.5 or 4 inches from the F row. One Huey, sure, one Huey away. Yeah, so this microphone is a dynamic microphone. Captain Captain Ladies Man. Oh, got it. Yeah. So when I look in my alerts, I can see the actual alphabet or the capitalization. Captain Ladies Man. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, man. You want to buy that keyboard from me? This is not my keyboard, so I can't sell it to you. Sorry. This is a customer build. But if you want to buy a keyboard and have me build it to your specs, that's definitely a thing I can do. Anyway, this is what we're gonna do. Switch hitter o'clock. That's where we're going right now. Oh no, not switch hitter. Firefox. All right, guys and girls, get ready. Get ready to watch me try hard and succeed ish. Oh, actually redo. Oh, I'm one word away. Bad. Whatever. Yeah, I totally got off there and somehow got like one word ahead. Didn't even make sense. Didn't even make sense, boys and girls. Didn't even make sense. What up, Deli? How you doing, man? Checking this board out that we got here? Listen to this. I don't know. I'm liking it. I love how heavy the belt board felt. Yeah, so it is heavy. I'm hearing you. The Matrix is coming back soon. You have the worst luck. What happened, dude? What happened? What's going on, man? We weighed the board before we built it. We have not weighed the board yet. We will do that. Deli, man, I'm really sorry to hear that you're having an issue with your board. For real, what is this? Is it something that could have been my issue? Did I fail somehow? Dude, even if not, I feel really bad for you. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. 8 pounds, 1.2 ounces. That's it. 8 pounds, 1.2 ounces. Billy, great question. You woke up this morning, the LED and everything was fine. You went to type on it and nothing. So unplug, plug back in. No LED this time and no typing. Oh, dude. Oh man, that was so little time. Like you only had it for like a month, dude. I feel so bad, man. I'm so sorry. Trying to get the QMK compatible PCB, but if not, get one from Taobao. Yeah, man. It's rough, dude. This board though, 8 pounds, 1.2 ounces. I like this board. Deli man, you know I'm down to help fix whatever. I'm really sorry that you have bad luck, dude. It feels bad. That really is the worst. The duck for now still going, holding strong. Well, that I'm happy with. That board was a lot of work to get back into shape, but it worked, right? I'm glad that that one's still working. Shit, dude. I feel bad about that Matrix because that board was awesome. I loved that board. It was super cool. Olivia ++ on the way. We'll get in on GMK Noel. Post a link to GMK Noel. Let everybody see what's going on with it. Big fan of pastel/light colors. Come back, show us pics when those come in, yeah? Yeah, for real, dude. Whenever it comes in. Yeah, I'm down to see man, that GMK Noel does look really cool. I actually feel like TSC, this would be right up your alley. The right colors, maybe a little pastelish. Am I joining in on GMK Apollo and GMK Ashes? That's a really good question. I'm not sure. Probably Ashes. I really want to get in on Apollo because I like the novelties and stuff. And I have some friends that work at NASA that would probably think it was really cool. I'm not 100% sure. Ashes is almost certainly a go. I think those colors will look really good on this board. I think they might actually look better on this board than Olivia, to be honest. Olivia will look really good on this board though. I shouldn't even say that. Like, I hate the way Olivia looks in pictures and in renders, but when you see it in real life, it's just like, boom, amazing. That's how it worked for me with Olivia. I was like, I don't really dig it. I don't really dig it. I don't really dig it. Someone sent me a set to build their Lynn whale that was in black with. I built it and I was like, holy shit, this is beautiful. I really like this. So this is ePBT, and I really like ePBT, by the way. I like the way ePBT feels. I like PBT in general. This is pretty good. It's pretty good, man. I'd be proud to own this board. Shit, I own one like it. I do. Such a heavy board. DSA Borealis. You've heard GMK Vaporwave is the same in person. You didn't buy it. I didn't buy it either. I kind of want Vaporwave. I kind of thought about buying it when it was there, and now I really kind of want a set. This Go XLR that I have, the colorway that it comes with, one of the default colorways is a Vaporwave color set, and it looks super fucking clean. Super clean. Plus I want the little the little gun novelty, the little Mac 10 novelty or whatever. I think it's funny. Yeah. Hey man, the light colors are really good. I didn't know it shipped. Somebody just said that. So I think my favorite colorways are actually muted color sets. So I really like white on black. That's my favorite. But my favorite colorway where it actually has colorful colors in any capacity, it's a tie between GMK Shoko and GMK Camping. So this camera makes slightly more realistic colors. So Shoko, the hue on that camera might be just ever so slightly more blue than these are in real life, but not a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They may be just a little bit less cool. Here, let me actually change it so I know what my colors are in here. I can check the white balance. Oh, that white balance is right. That white balance is exactly correct. So yes, they're that cool, I guess. I feel like though, looking at them, they actually kind of look, the white balance looks more like this. That white balance looks more correct. So that's what Shoko actually kind of looks like in real life. I'm gonna change my white balance back to correct, because that white balance is totally fucking with the rest of whatever's going on in this room. But yeah. Hey Stash, have a good night, man. Seriously, have a great night. My stream's basically over though, bro. We are wrapping up. We're pretty much KO. Mostly just because, well, tired. And I gotta drive to freaking, I gotta drive really far tomorrow. I gotta drive to Utah. So I'm looking at who's on. See, ooh, McMerlin is on? We're totally gonna raid McMerlin. I just shared my 5-month sub anniversary with Merlin and his channel. Alright guys, so I'm not visiting Zion. I'm going up for work, man. If I could, I would. Thank you guys so much for thank you guys so much, seriously, for joining me on my stream and just generally being awesome. If everybody hasn't already done it, please go ahead and give that follow. Go ahead and jump onto YouTube, give me that sub on YouTube. That would be freaking awesome. If you haven't used your Prime sub, everybody absolutely think about going ahead and shooting that Prime sub over to one of me or one of the fellow keyboard streamers. It helps a lot more than you know. The original Teddy, thanks for that sub, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Seriously, that's awesome. But yeah, everybody please do that. It helps a lot. And well, we're gonna give it over to McMerlin. I hope that you guys have a great night with him. And I know I had a great night spending time with all of you guys. I'm going to try on Wednesday, like I said, to stream on my regular time, but I'll be at the mercy of, you know, the bandwidth at my hotel. So take it easy, guys. I will catch you guys later. Later, guys.